Hello friends, today we are going to talk about introduction to the basic concepts about health system. Health system development is the fifth subject of Masters in Public Health first year, and today we are going to talk about a very important topic, which is health system and how it is important from a public health point of view. So in this class today we are going to talk about what do you mean by health system, what are the various components of health system, why it is so much importance, what are its main objectives, and how is the entire system work. So before going on to the health system, we are going to discuss about certain important definitions because these are very important from the understanding point of view about the health system. So you all know what is health. It is basically a state of a complete physical, mental, social and spiritual well-being, and not merely an absence of disease. As far as the illness is concerned, it is a state in which a person's physical, emotional, intellectual, social, or spiritual functioning is diminished. Now, when you talk about health, so health is basically a healthy person, or when you talk about health, it will allow a person to live in a socio economically productive life. So this social definition is very important. It has to be a socially economically productive life. When you talk about healthcare, so when you understand healthcare, it is basically a service, and it's a magnitude of service which is rendered to the individual or communities. So here the important aspect is we are talking about a population. So this population is being given services by an agents, okay, of health services who are giving delivery to the population. Why? So that the promotion, restoring and the maintenance of health can take place. So this is the objective. So health system, as you can see throughout the world, whether we are talking about low income country or a middle income country or a high income country, they have contributed enormously to the better health and influence the lives and the well-being of the people around the world. So coming to this point, important aspect over here is health is basically considered to be a service. Now when you talk about service, there are three A's which is representing the service. It has to be, the service has to be available, it has to be accessible, it has to be affordable, and similarly it has to be acceptable, as well as it has to be comprehensive. So going to this, we will now come to the definition of healthcare system. Healthcare system consists of all the organization, people and action. So here these three words are important. What? The organization, the people and the action, whose primary intent is to restore, promote, restore or maintain health of the population. So what does this statement means? It is talking about the mechanisms, resources and processes. So the mnemonics could be MRP. Okay, MRP. M stands for mechanism, R stands for resources and processes that together meets the health needs of a population. So when you talk about the mechanism, resources and processes of what, it has to be of organization, it has to be people, and it has to be action oriented. Okay, so why it has to be done? It has to be done so that they meet the health needs of an entire population. So going by this definition, we come to another aspect, like when you talk about the health needs of a population, so there are two critical components which are important for this. The first component is the people should be able to access health services when they are sick. Okay, so it has to be, accessibility of healthcare is very important. And second, which is also very important, that everything has to be put in place so that the people should not become sick. So it is talking about both the curative part as well as the prevention part. So going by this definition, it is also important for a health system to talk about health services, to have the component of your health promotion as well as health protection. So from here we will come now to the building blocks. So like I said, the components of health system comprise of the organization, people as the and the actions. So there are six important building blocks for any healthcare system of any country. Okay, so that aspect could be divided into various proportions, but these are the basic building block components. The first is the stewardship. Stewardship is basically the leadership, It is talking about the management as well as the issues of accountability. Okay, how is it important, we'll come to the in the upcoming slides. The second is the issue about financing. Then there is a the health care system comprise of your health workforce. It talks about infrastructure and delivery, and it talks about your inventory, which comprises of your medical products, drugs and vaccines, and it also has a component of your health intelligence. Now let us come to all the aspect one by one. What do you mean by leadership? Now when you talk about a health system, setting the overall policy of any country is an important component of leadership. So it will give you a direction, it will give you the vision, okay, in which direction you have to you want to move your health system towards. Okay, and it has a very very important component of management. Okay, so management is basically going to talk about the coordination of the resources to achieve this vision. Okay, so this is, so governance is also known as management, and the last is basically the issues of accountability. So that means in the entire country you should have a transparent system of accountability, so that people can question if there is any abnormalities over there. Similarly, the second component when we are going to talk about, it is the issue regarding with your financing. Now why is financing so much important? Because people are interested to know, and you are also as a healthcare professional or a public health professional, you should be able to know that how does the money come from. See, it when you are we are saying that health is a service, so the money has to be poured in. So this money is not coming automatically, so you should know the source from where the money is going to come, and what you are going to do in order to allocate the money into various programs, how you will be allocating that money. So this is very very important, because see, when you talk about any country, there are five major funding sources. It is the general taxation, it is your social health insurance, it is your private health insurance, it is your out of the pocket payment, and the your donation to the charities. Okay, so it is a very important component. Then again the third thing is again before coming to the third aspect, that is the health workforce, two important things are very very critical from a health financing point of view. The first important thing is health financing is basically a way where you want to ensure that people can access healthcare when they are in need. Okay, so if the health financing is not able to address this thing, then there is definitely some lacuna. The second important component is people should not be subjected to financial catastrophe or impoverishment because of health. Okay, there should be no unforeseen health expense. Now it is very easy to say, but in real life, as you will be astonished to know that in India every year 4 crore people go below the poverty line because of health. Now for example, now in corona, the poorest of the poor, already the economy was going down, and because of the corona they have also lost their livelihood. So the people who have already having comorbidities, it is a more difficult situation for them, and they don't have the social security in terms of health is concerned. Okay, so health system comes into play when you talk about all these aspects. Then when you talk about the workforce, now from a workforce point of view, it comprises of two components. Number one, you should have the right mix of people, and you should have the right number of people. Okay, so the this entire workforce, so what is the doctor to nurse ratio, to the lab technician ratio, to the support staff ratio, it is very very important component. Then when you talk about a health system, the infrastructure, because the physical infrastructure, the amount of hospitals you have in your country, the amount of public health dispensaries you have got specialist hospital, you have got tertiary hospital, is very very important. When you talk about your inventory part, so it in order to see that everything goes well, one of the very very critical components which has been observed, that people do not want the important things to go out of stock. For example, now in corona, when the people cannot anticipate how much the new cases will be coming, there will definitely a shortage of your PPE, that is your personal protective equipments for the doctors. Now for this to get avoided, because see, if you have deficiently, you're deficient in PPE, then what will happen? The doctors will are increased risk, the nurses will be at increased risk for getting the infection, which will again, damage the entire delivery of services. So what you want basically is a robust procurement and supply chain mechanism. Why it is important? So that you can forecast the demand. You should know what right type of product you are going to select. You should know what it has to be your budget. You should know the procurement procedure. You should know the shipping, the warehousing, the distribution, and the inventory control of all these things. Now for example, now when you talk about a product that need to be selected, people should take into account the safety of the product, the efficacy product, and the cost effectiveness of the product. So that means, the entire system, the inventory system has to be in place, so that you should have the right product at the right place at the right time with the at the within the right infrastructure. So this is very very important. And last but not the least, it is the health intelligence, because the type of data you are going to receive from the various aspects, okay, it needs to have a feedback system. It needs to have the various types of because see, the data, like it said, the last decade, the last 60 70 years was of petrol. Okay, now it has been said that the next gold mine in the world is your data. Now from where this data is going to come? It is basically the census, the household surveys, the civil registration data, the public health surveillance data, medical records, both primary, secondary, so you are basically going to synthesize all this information and want to see like how you're going to use this information and use this information for making some policies, or you are going to use this data in order to make a day-to-day clinical decision making. So this is very important. So when you club this together, okay, so you see there is a health system function. So we already talked about leadership and governance, health workforce, health system, your inventory, health financing. So you are basically delivering the service. And the when you deliver the service, there is a certain criteria. What are the criteria? It should be accessible, the coverage, the equity, the efficiency, quality, safety, and sustainability. And based on this, what are the outcome measures? It should be responsive, it should have a risk protection, and it should improve the health of the community. Okay, now based on this, we will come to this part, like why health system is so much important to all of us. So there's a classification given by WHO in the year 2010, where it said that any country which is having more than 12,275 US dollars will be allocated into the category of high income countries. Now going by this definition, in 2017 there was a research paper by WHO, known by the name of WHO Global Report. In it, it suggested that the poor countries, that is the low income countries, their per capita, means per person, healthcare expenditure is just 41 US dollars, okay, as compared to the high income countries, where the per capita expenditure was 2,937 US dollars. So see, there is a difference almost 30-70 times. So now if the government is taking taxes from you, like I said, like what are the sources of income for the government? So it is from the direct taxation. It could be from your social health insurance. Now suppose the government is taking money from you as a part of taxation, but it is not able to give you health care. So who is basically responsible? Where it is the fault? So that's why health system is very very important when you combine all these components together. So and you can see here in the slide, you see like the 84% of the population, world population, is only having just 11% of the global spending. On the contrary, when you talk about the high income countries, 80% of their spending, healthcare spending, 81%. Okay, here it is 11. Where we are talking about the high income countries, 81%, it is being spent by 16% of the world population. So see, those people who require majority of the health services, they are having the least, and those people who are having the best, they are the the number or the healthcare expenditure is very high to a very small number of population. So this is there's a sort of an inequity. Okay, it is not an equitable health distribution of the health services. So this is very important. Now, going by this thing, the framework that we have just discussed. So, what are the outcome measures? Okay, so outcome measures is you are basically looking at an improved health for increased responsiveness and for your social and financial protection and improved efficiency. And why it is important? Because your health system is basically a means to deliver your health policy goals. It is again an instrument for operationalizing any policy approach to address the health needs. Like I said, it is all about addressing the health needs of a population, and it is also an important means of interaction between your multi, because just see, it is not just the responsibility of the government, it is also the NGOs, the various other vested interest of another groups. And then it is also an interface between health and development, because like I said, like health is a very very important parameter for your human development index, and to label a country as a developing or a developed country. Now, based on this, what we have just discussed, there are the three broad objectives of any of the health system: is improving the health, responding to the people's expectation, and providing financial protection. We have just discussed, and based on these objectives, the important functions of the health system which is going to be achieved. Okay, it is all about delivering the services. So when you talk about delivering the services, the both the personal as well as the non-personal health services. Then second component is financing. Now, why financing is important, we have just discussed. So it is all about raising, pooling, and allocating the revenues to purchase those services. And see, anybody has to purchase, either the government will purchase or the people will buy them for themselves. For example, in India, the out of the pocket payment is one of the highest in the world, almost like 70 to 75%. It is the out of the pocket payment. Okay, and then creating the right type of resources, whether you talk about infrastructure, the inventory. So it will comprise of the various drugs, the vaccines, which is an important part of creating the pool. And stewardship, like I told about, like when you talk about any country's health system, it is all about your leadership, management, and governance. Then coming to one by one, when you talk about health delivery, okay, so I told you, like human resource is an important component, and as we have discussed, human resource in terms of right, not only in terms of right mix but also the right numbers. So going by this thing, the behavior of the professionals is very very important. Unless and until they have empathy, they are able to appreciate the health needs of a population, then only even that can reach up to the masses. Otherwise, see, there are a lot of places when already the health facility is there, but still it is not being able to be availed by the people. Similarly, the participation of the people is very very important in terms of both utilization of services as well as their role in decision making. Okay, so and this flow of the patient in any of the healthcare system, like people will go towards more of a public healthcare, or they will access the private healthcare more, again depend on country to country. There are countries like Germany where the public healthcare system is very strong, so same like it's in Canada, whereas in US the private healthcare system is very strong, and it has got the highest healthcare spending in the world. So going by this example, when you talk about a health delivery, the major, you want the health services to be equitable. So basically it is all about providing services to the outreach areas and the disadvantaged section of the population. So you want the services to reach to the urban poor, to the special groups. Okay, like the geriatrics or the pediatrics group. Okay, you have like midday meal program. So basically you are asking the children to come to the school to study, because you the spend and come in lieu of getting the meal. And then providing the integrated and the cost effective services to the population. So from here we'll come to this the financing, like we have already discussed about the various aspects of financing. And like I told you, see, in financing, and another component is, you are basically, you want to ensure a way that people are able to access healthcare. Okay, so the whatever financing mechanisms or a mix of financing mechanism that you are making, whether you are talking about general taxation or your social health insurance or your private health insurance or an OOP, that is the out of the pocket payment, or your donation to the charities. So it can be various percentage can be allocated, like for example the government spending or the direct tax, general taxation could be more. In some countries you will see the social health insurance is more, so likewise. But nevertheless, two components are very very important in health financing. Number one, like, from a healthcare financing system, what do you want? We want that there should be a way that ensures that people can access healthcare, and secondly, people should not be subjected to any sort of financial catastrophe or impoverishment. In other words, people should not be pushed to abject poverty because of health. So this is the basic function of any of the health financing mechanism. But how much having said and done, in practical life, how much it is being implemented, so it depends on the country to country and depending on their health systems. Okay, then when we talk about creating the resources, I already have spoken in great details about the human resource for health as well as the infrastructure part. Now see, here again, when we talk about an health inventory, I told you, like, the drugs and these all already these components are very very important from a drugs point of view. What you want is basically a robust and a robust procurement and a supply chain system, so that people need the components, the people who need the drugs and all these components should be readily available for them, and the medicines or the vaccine should not go out of stock. So for this to happen, you basically require a very intelligent system. Okay, that is the data procuring system. Because see, in a health intelligence point of view, now this world is being more combined in terms of health networking, because of the more easy access of information through the media as well as various types of mediums. So the generation and the strategic use of the information of the health system is an integral part of your leadership and the governance function. Secondly, you need to ensure that a well functioning health information system ensures the production, analysis, dissemination, as well as your use of a reliable and a timely health information by the decision makers. Okay, so better decision making is a very very important component of your good or an intelligent health system. Okay, so when we club all these points together along with leadership and governance, what we mean to say is, like, we have a good policy formulation. Now this good policy formulation will depend on that data that we are getting. Okay, like I've already discussed, this data can come from census, from household surveys, or public health surveillance system, or medical record. So they will help the leadership, okay, to give a proper direction. They will help the management in order to understand how to allocate that resources, okay, and how to do it in an accountable way. So this information that we are all gathered is going to help in order to develop the guidelines, setting the standards, developing the right kind of partnership, providing the information advocacy, and for monitoring and evaluation. Like you can see in the diagram, that block by block, from one block it is being raised to this level, and it is providing the direction. So health system is similarly like that only. So from this we come to an important aspect, that what are the follow-up actions which are required to cater the lacunae. Okay, so from a country perspective, see, the health system is important in order to understand that how the countries plan their accountability and need to scale up their workforce. Similarly, It will also, giving very uncomfortable question where you really need to see what all mechanisms are needed to maintain the sustainability of healthcare. Like I said, financing is a very, very important component, and so do the accessibility of services. And what about quality? You see, if you are giving and you're spending but the quality is not there, still it is also very important. Which all stakeholders you are going to cater to? Are you going to cater to male more, or female, or equitable, or more children, more elderly? From a demographics point of view, it's also a very, very important component. Similarly, how the countries design their infrastructure and the IT system so that they can facilitate the integration across the service delivery and the disease control programs. So that is also very, very important. Similarly, it is very important to know for all the countries how they organize their various resources. That means how is the mix of all these six resources together so that they can have an effective service delivery at the various levels across the people in an equitable manner, and monitor and can improve their performance. So what in the end, what we mean to say is the synergies of all these six components basically will determine that what sort of coverage you are going to make to the population who need it the maximum, and with the right type of quality which should be efficient as well as both equitable. So in nutshell, this is the health system. And I think, like, we have been able to discuss in great details. You have been able to understand the concept. Please do write to us on our mail if you have certain queries. Do visit our website and wait for our next videos for the next chapter. Thank you so much for your precious time.